Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again, both for those tuning in to Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com. We're glad you all could be with us. Also, those joining us are our friends at iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcast. We're glad you all could be with us as well. Have the one and only Jonathan Frakes joining us today. You guys know him, of course, as Commander William Riker from the TV series Star Trek The Next Generation, or as Captain Riker, of course, from Picard. But he's also an individual who's been able to use his platform to be able to raise awareness for causes that matter to him, like PanCan. We're going to talk to him not only about his support of that charity, but also about this year's Purple Stride and how you all can be involved. Jonathan, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
The pleasure is mine, Cyrus. Thanks for having me.
Well, look, this is a real treat for myself as someone who's not only a fan of your work, what you've been able to do with Star Trek, but also, of course, Beyond Belief, one of my favorite shows that was on television as well.
Oh, no, Beyond Belief. Back to a picture.
So let's talk about this. Jonathan, what has it been like for you to have had fans that have followed you over the years and have really been able to gravitate to the characters you brought to life?
And it's hard to believe it's been 35 years since we started back in 87 on Next Generation. And I just finished a couple of episodes of Picard with my dear friend Sir Patrick Stewart, who's now about to be 82, and I'm about to turn 70. So it's been a half of our life we've spent together. And it's kind of a privilege. So I've been lucky to work on this next batch of sort of the next generation of shows. It's Star Trek Picard, as you mentioned, and I work on Star Trek Discovery, and then the spin-off from that, which is called Star Trek Strange New Worlds. So I'm about to go up and direct up in Toronto on one of those. So it's been a privilege and a blessing, and I'm forever grateful to be out there in space.
Well, Jonathan, we know you for your work you've been able to do in front of the camera. Talk to us about directing. What has directing been like for you in your career?
Well, I remember sitting around waiting during the first few seasons of Next Generation, and I thought, well, the guy who seems to be involved in everything, or the woman, is the person sitting in the director's chair. And I had done a little directing in college, but nothing on camera. So I shadowed. I was invited into the pre-production, and then I was invited into the casting, and then I started to go to post-production, and then I started to go to the scoring. And I realized I knew a little bit about all of these things, but I didn't know much about the editing. So the editors helped me. I spent about 300 hours in the editing room with them. And I realized to make a television show, you have to shoot efficiently, and you have to have a plan. So as I spent like 2.5 years shadowing all these different people, and at long last, Rick Berman, who was the keeper of the Star Trek flame at the time, gave me an episode to direct called The Offspring. And luckily, it was a data episode, and it was written by a wonderful writer named Renee Echevarria, it was his first episode. It was my first episode, and it went very well. And I have been, again, blessed to continue to do it up through today. I mean, I just finished a couple episodes of Picard last Tuesday. So there's a lot to be grateful for, and it is the best job in the world when it goes well, and when it doesn't, well, that's rare.
Right.
People look at you and say, okay, how are you going to fix this?
Exactly. Well, Jonathan, the thing, too, that impresses so many people is not only, of course, your talent, but also your heart. As I mentioned, you raise awareness for causes that matter to you. Talk to us about PanCan and why that was a charity that resonated with you.
Well, the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network, PanCan, has an event on April 30th. It's called the Purple Stride event, and it's going to be all over the country, 60 cities, 70,000 participants. I'm involved because my wonderful brother Daniel died with pancreatic cancer when he was just 41. And at that time, there was a 3% survival rate. Now, still dreadful 11% survival rate. And pancreatic cancer is the third leading cause of cancer death in the States. So what we're doing is we're trying to create a community of supporters and volunteers who will create a world in which all pancreatic cancer patients, we hope, will thrive and will live long and prosper. And on our team, on the Trek team, we rally around Kitty Swink and Armin. Armin Shimmerman played Quark, who was the Ferengi on our show and on Deep Space Nine. And his wife Kitty was on a number of episodes as well. But Kitty is an 18-year pancreatic cancer survivor.
Wow.
So is our beacon, and it's around whom we've gathered our hope, and she is the one who got me involved in this. So I'm thrilled to be part of this team and thrilled to be helping to raise money. This year, Mindy Kaling is our official ambassador, and we're trying to raise $16.5 million across these 60 different communities. The event is April 30th. And all of us remember, I'm sure, Alex Trebek from Jeopardy. His daughter Nikki has a team, and the wonderful Patrick Swayze, who Jeannie, my wife, and I had the privilege of working with on North and South. He also died with pancreatic cancer. So his widow, Lisa, has a team. Lisa Swayze, Melissa Gilbert, her friend Swayze, and also the wonderful Michael Landon, who was a big influence on me when I was starting out. Prairie Strong is her team. Rosario Dawson's got a team because her father is a pancreatic cancer survivor. So there's a lot of people in our industry are connected, and unfortunately, all of your listeners will no doubt know someone who has been affected by it or some family member who has been. So www.purplestride.org, April 30th. Wear your purple shirts, throw some money at it, and we will end their family. How about that?
Exactly. I love that. Purplestride.org. We're going to link that up for our audience, everyone. Jonathan Frakes, thank you so much again for stopping by and for all you do, and looking forward to speaking with you again.
Cyrus, you're a delight. Thank you for your help.
Hey, thank you.
www.purplestride.org.
We got it, and we'll make sure that we link that up for our audience online. And we definitely thank you, our audience, for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live with the one and only Jonathan Frakes. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Now let's go make today amazing. Take care.